Hi, I want to use this opportunity to review the concept of cultural identity and to also provide detailed instruction for our week 2 discussion. Cultural identity is complex. It's comprised of multiple factors. Some of those may include ethnicity, religious beliefs, gender identity, and socioeconomic class. Cultural identity not only involves how a person views themselves, but also how others view them. Most of us have multiple cultural identities, and it's flexible based on context. Let's say, for example, your best friend identifies as genderqueer, a skateboarder, the captain of their high school chess team, and a drummer in a death metal band. Who is this person? Well, they are all those things. However, some aspects of their cultural identity may be highlighted given specific cultural contexts. For example, when they are with members of their band, they might choose to wear specific clothing and use language that may not be culturally appropriate when they are with their chess club friends. Cultural identity is in flux. It changes through the course of somebody's life based on a variety of issues ranging from lived experiences, friends, and media. So this week, your discussion is focused on your personal cultural identity. What I'm asking you to do is to briefly share your cultural identity. You can pick one. For example, if you want to highlight your identity as a death metal enthusiast, that's great. Or you can include a brief description of all your cultural identities. Within the discussion, I also want you to include the shared similarities with other people that have a similar cultural identity. Also include how you became involved in that culture, and to make sure that you also discuss how your cultural identity has changed through time. Here is my personal example. I currently identify as a dad. Those of us that share that same cultural identity spend a lot of time at parks, taking our children to soccer practice, embarrassing our children, and telling stupid dad jokes. Of course, I became a member of this culture when I started to have children. Before I became a dad, I identified, or at least one of my cultural identities was that of a surfer. I spent a lot of time surfing, traveling surfing. I even worked at a surf shop when I was younger. However, even though I still surf, I no longer necessarily identify as a surfer because most of my time is spent with my family. Anyways, I hope this cleared up some of the issues pertaining to cultural identity and provided you some ideas to complete your discussion assignment. Thanks again. We'll chat with you soon.